At Comprehensive Wealth Management, we manage money with our clients' required real rate of return in mind, which we determine during our in-depth financial planning process and manage via CWM's proprietary performance targeting system.
Here at Comprehensive Wealth Management, we have four main core investment philosophies. First one being we are not trying to beat the market on the upside. To do so means that we would take undue risk at market highs, which means that you would take the biggest losses when that eventual decline occurs. Which brings us to the next point. Limiting large loss is more important than all of upside participation. And Brian, you had a great example for this, if I recall.
Yeah. What if I told you that if you made 50% and then lost 30%, that you actually only made 5% in the end? Now, we've all heard that compound interest is the most powerful force on earth, but is also very deadly. In that example, if I had $100,000 and I had made 50%, I now have $150,000. But now if I lose 30% of my bigger number, my $150,000, that's a $45,000 loss. I only have 5% return in the end. What we shoot for are risk-adjusted returns. So what if I made exactly half as much on the upside and lost half as much on the downside? I actually still have more money.
And market declines happen. We're not trying to avoid every single price swing, and we're not going to avoid every single price swing. What we are trying to do is minimize the impact of the largest market declines that wipe out portfolios and ruin your lifestyle. We want to preserve that wealth and that choice for the future. Which brings us to investment philosophy number 3, expensive things are dangerous. The biggest market declines come from the markets with the highest valuation. We pay a lot of attention to this.
So what do we as humans have a tendency to do? We have a tendency to jump in at market highs and jump out at market lows. Now, 2021, a year that will live in infamy, we saw exactly this behavior. We saw more money flow into stocks in 2021 than any other year before, and 2021 was arguably the most overvalued stock market in U.S. history.
And finally, our fourth and most fun philosophy is buying low. Buying low reduces risk and it creates opportunity. Now, I said reduce, not eliminate, because you can never completely eliminate risk from the portfolio, but we know when we're buying at low valuations, that is when you have the best future opportunity and lowest downside potential.
I love Warren Buffett's quote here, the only thing people don't like to buy on sale is stock, and it's so true.
If you'd like to learn more about our investment philosophy and how we can help identify and strategically manage the level of risk required to achieve your goals, give us a call. We're always happy to help at Comprehensive Wealth Management.